but I wasn't. I turns out I was using the wrong thing. But as you can see, I've lost a wing. Oh god, okay. This is definitely part of the plan. No, okay, this is no longer part of the plan. Okay, please climb. Oh god. Uh, well, to fill you in, there was kind of this like Yak 9, and I thought I could god power. There was like this Yak 9, you see, and I thought I could take it on, but it turns out it took my wing clean off. But because of like magic or some shit, I'm still flying. Come on, power. Wing level? Wing elevator? No, we're not gonna pull out of this one. Oh! We got the kill Oh, what a start to a video. We got the kill anyway. Yeah, so we killed the Yak 9. That was great. What a brilliant start. Oh, God. Right. That's brilliant. Okay, breathe. God. Right. What we'll do is I'll we'll jump cut to the video. So to 2 minutes. Right. We'll do a little jump cut to the yeah. So see you in a minute. That was a pretty good start to a video. Oh god. But hopefully this time it'll go better. Right, so what I was saying this before is like I do have jets in this game, but this is probably one of my favourite planes, like in War Thunder. Like, and I know everyone is like obsessed with jets and things, but honestly I prefer the prop driven planes. Yes, they're slower, and you know, some of them people don't even know the names of, but like I'm more into like World War II history, and that's what's appealing to me, like the history, like the historical aspects of this game. But we're gonna like climb to quite a decent altitude, and then like dive down on our opponents, and it's basically called boom and zoom, where you climb to a high altitude, and then you can dive down on your player, then like pull back out of the after dealing with it. But last game didn't go very well, and I forgot to record the first part of last game. Well, you got to see the last seconds of it, but right, we're climbing up, so. And our engine doesn't want to explode either, so okay, we're losing airspeed. We better level off. Right, yeah, this game's quite pretty at times. Right, I better ease off the throttle, just so our engine doesn't overheat. It's nice and toasty at the moment. We're climbing pretty steadily too, like. I think we should probably start doing some side climbing, because we're still by the runway. We're probably fine. We're gonna give it more gas, and Get some more altitude, because the higher we are, the better chances of pulling stuff off we have. We'll put them down. Just so I don't fall out the sky, because I know flaps is gonna potentially slow me down even more, but if I put them up, then I will drop out the sky. Okay, so we can put them up now. Like, but ideally I try not to use flaps. I mean, you use them on takeoff and stuff. You can generally take off in a lot shorter, or landing, for example, but in actual like flight or combat, I try to avoid using them, because I mean, it's not worth it unless like you honestly need like a little bit extra lift or something, like if you're gonna splat into the ground. Alright. Our engine's getting pretty toasty, but I think it's fine for a moment. And we're building back airspeed, so that's good. Alright, we're not as high, we're not very high though. I'd like to be higher if possible. So we're gonna level off, build some airspeed, like, and then we're gonna start climbing again. Like, we don't need to be overly high, but I prefer to have a high start, because then you get a proper view of like what the battlefield and stuff. And we're making the most out of the airplane from a high altitude as well. We'll wait for that to get. We'll wait for the miles per hour to get a bit higher than. Okay, I think we can start our climb again now. Come on. We're barely like at we're really not at a good height, to be fair. I mean, we're still quite low, but that doesn't matter. That's we can't climb the whole game, but I think we're higher than most of the other players now, which is what I wanted to be. Right, now we're just gonna look at see what's going on and choose what would probably be a better target for us. Yeah, a look at everything. There's an IL-2 right underneath us, and he's singled out, so that could be a pretty good target, but I think the IL-2 is probably the best option, so we'll we're gonna go after the IL-2. This is why I wanted the altitude to come in through a dive, right? I might lower the throttle so we don't go too. Is he dead? Oh no, I was gonna say, if he's dead that would really suck. Oh, I'm gonna snap my wings in a minute. Something's on my tail and it's gonna be one of these days, is it? Alright. In the last bit, which you will see when all this is stitched together. So, it looks like we're in a desert now. So, let's hopefully something will go well this time. But this runway's quite packed, so we're gonna wait for these guys to take off. and then we'll take off after them so we don't smash ourselves up. Alright, I'm gonna wait for them to take off and then we'll follow. Take off flap set. Alright, we'll build some. Yeah, I don't really know what the game means by the high engine max RPM thing. I tried to figure out what that meant, but oh, we're already airborne? Yeah, that's why you use takeoff flaps. You get up off the ground extremely quick. We're gonna start to side climb, so we're gonna go away off, and then we're gonna, yeah, this is basically side climbing where we're not, I don't know how to describe it, but this is what it is pretty much. Right, need to build some airspeed up though first, before we can, yeah. People are still spawning in, but the IL-2, I overshot and then someone was on my tail and yeah, I couldn't get him off me, so we're gonna try it again, I suppose. I haven't really had much luck with War Thunder lately, so yeah. We're just gonna climb maybe to 500 feet or meters, like bomber height pretty much, and then we'll dive down on the, yeah, I think that's a pretty good idea. Alright, I'm gonna try and keep our airspeed under control so we don't just straight up stall. Right. We're gonna stay at this angle for a minute because our airspeed is climbing quite nicely along with our altitude, so I think this angle is fairly decent. Just make sure my flaps are up. Yeah. It's quite detailed inside the plane, but I don't really like this view because I don't know, I generally don't like playing first person like games with vehicles in them, but I like first person shooters. I just don't like being, you know, I prefer to see the whole vehicle in games when you're like driving or flying or whatever, if that makes sense. We're gonna level out completely and get the airspeed up, and we're gonna start to head towards the battlefield, I think. Yeah. Well, we're like trying to climb still, obviously. Going vertical is never a good idea, because you lose too much airspeed unless you've got like a ton of airspeed from like a dive or something, so never go straight vertical. Your engine's getting pretty toasty, so we're gonna come off emergency raw power for a bit and let it cool off. See, on a keyboard, right, you could set like the radiators for the engine to like open and stuff, so you could just like pin it on max throttle and not worry about the engine overheating nonsense, but since I don't have enough buttons to bind those things to, I kind of have to just do it, like, kind of have to fly the plane as best as I can with a controller, but a controller doesn't really have enough buttons for everything that's needed. Right, but at least the oil temps seem to be okay. They're all pretty low, to be fair, so I think we're at a pretty decent height, but we'll just, what have we got? Focke-Wulf 190s, BF 109s, is that it? Alright, we'll go Since the Focke-Wulf one night, he is like singled out and distracted. We'll go after that one. Oh, well up, I almost burnt my engine out then. Like, oh, that was lucky I noticed that. I can't really afford to lose the engine. Not so early on in the game. It is. How many? Oh, there's not that many people playing anyway. Okay, I was wondering why, like why the lobby felt so empty, but there's just no one playing pretty much. Well, there are a few people, but you know what I mean. Right. Not yet. We want it on our advantage, not his. So we're gonna keep watching for a bit, but... Alright. I want to dive down directly onto his tail. So, as he's moving away from us... Alright. So we can start our dive now and... Right, level out. Get some... Got the airspeed up in the dive. Yeah, that's what I was worried about, the bloody Focke-Wulfs. No, the BF-109s, I mean. Alright. Can we... If I get into a turn fight with him, I am screwed. I cannot allow him to turn fight me. Okay. Come on. Okay. This is intense, and now he's on my tail, which I did not want. Okay, and we don't have enough altitude either. So can... He's gonna get me in the climb. I've put us up in a situation I can't get out of. This is why you don't bloody turn fight in a plane that was never designed for it. Yep, we needed that. I think. No, we needed that. Oh, man. What? Oh, he broke his prop, I think. No, he didn't. Oh. Crikey. Early this time, but let's try this again, shall we? Oh, sorry, my throat was seizing up then. Alright, let's at least try and get one decent game where we actually do something to help, like, to make the video interesting. If not, it's gonna be fairly boring. So, like, yeah. Alright, well, full throttle, take off flaps. If anyone's interested in the airplane, it's a Corsair. But if anyone wants the exact plane, it's the golden one. Yeah. Right, gear up, flaps. Right. Fly level, but get some decent airspeed. Fly off to the side as well. Since it's night, well, night-ish, I don't know. It's not exactly daylight. But we could probably use this to our advantage. Right. We're gonna wait for the airspeed, like the miles per hour, to get a bit faster than we're going. Then we're just gonna climb as hard, like... We're gonna go straight vertical. and then level out before we lose our airspeed completely. That's really dumb and I shouldn't do that really, but it'll be quicker than doing the normal kind of climbing. Right. Dive down, build get as much airspeed as we can, because we're gonna... Right, yep, 300, right, now we go straight vertical. And we're gonna lose all our airspeed extremely quickly. Because this plane's a fucking fat whale. Right, okay. We're gonna try and not stall. Okay, more flaps. Okay, come on, level. Your flaps up. Okay, that was not too bad. Right, we want to at least break, like, we want to get quite high, really. It's going to take a while, and since I'm filming for a video, I don't know if it's going to be boring or not, but, you know, but I guess we'll wait and see. Right. Oh. Flaps, slow the engine speed down, because we're gonna burn up outs. Right. We need to level off too, so our plane can actually build it. So, yeah, there we go. Right, keep building airspeed. My hands are off the controls now for a minute, just because. Nah, not like throttle back up, and we're gonna at least climb to like 500 or 400 meters maybe. We're gonna get pretty high, like higher we are the better chances of survival. And the better the performance we can get out of the aeroplane. Just climbing is the pain. Alright, is that P-38? Oh, it was a P-38, it crashed. I think it was a P-38, if it's not then... oh well. But I thought the thingy said... HE-1... The German plane could be interesting. We might be able to take on the German plane. The HE something. There's a Japanese airplane down there too. A few German fighters. But they're all clustered together. We need we need one that's singled out away from the pack. Like... Okay, we're getting to a nice altitude now. Everything's above us, and yeah. We get a little bit higher though, if you ask me. Alright. Alright, that plane could be a potential target down there. But what is it? I can't see the cloud cover. Right. Okay, there's a BF-109 over that way. The HE... Yeah, the HE-111H is probably, like, our best target we could probably go for. Like, it's a twin engine, so it's not going to be very maneuverable, so we can maneuver it, but it does have a tail gun. And pretty nasty guns up front, if it's the one I think it is, so we gotta be careful of that, but we should be able to take it on. If they don't kill it if the green guy, if my teammate doesn't kill him before I get there, that is. And we've got the height advantage as well, so like it should go fairly well. Just like keep track of it, you know. We don't want to dive down yet, but we want to keep track of our target. Wherever that is, so it's handy that we can do that. Okay, I think if we start our descent onto it now... I think it blew itself up. It dropped the bomb and... yeah, I think it's flying... yeah, he blew himself up, I think. Okay, we'll just disappear back into the clouds and we'll find another target. Try not to burn ourselves up, but we're getting very toasty. Now that's a nice fat plane. Like, we can definitely take on that. I've took on some of these before. They're quite chunky. Okay, we're gonna go into a power dive and then for a bit, and when we get too much air speed we're gonna have issues, but we'll work that, we'll worry about that bit when it happens. Okay, we're gonna pull power now, so we're just like, so the engine's just ticking over because it's very, very hot. And I don't want to burn our engine out because if we burn our engine up, then we're screwed. We can't afford to lose our engine over one aeroplane. The thing is about fighting against a plane that's also a whale is I have an equal chance. Because we're both fat as whales. I thought I would have had him then, but maybe not. Okay, he's got the speed advantage, but I think I can get my nose around just right on time. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they took a nice chunk out of us then, so, I don't know. Oh, the bloody mountain. Fucking mountains took our prop out. Right! This ain't going well, guys, is it? Couldn't even deal with that, and I normally can. I think I'm gonna call it quits tonight on this. Like, yeah, that didn't go well. Bye.